This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is Not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane. This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hi, this is Dreya Mitchell, the Hot Topic, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the Hot Topic, Dreya Mitchell.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello.
How are you today, Dreya?
I'm very good. I've been very good. How are you?
I'm good as well. Can you tell us where the Hot Topic will strike next, event-wise?
Ooh, very soon, actually. This Saturday, July 27th, I'll be in Victoriaville, which is in Quebec, for Victory Ring, and I have one of the biggest matches I will have so far in my career against Vanessa Craven. So I think it's about to be a good match, and if you're in Victoriaville this Saturday or around, keep your eyes open.
Definitely. And where can we find you on social media as well, and your merchandise?
You can find everything on Instagram. It's Dreya Mitchell altogether. Very simple. Very thankful no one took that name yet. So, Dreya Mitchell on Instagram.
Okay. And merchandise?
Oh, I don't have some yet. But, again, if you keep those eyes open, it might be sooner than you think.
All right. Fair enough. And you don't have to go looking for it. All of the links to all of social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. Let's get into it. You work for Epic Pro Wrestling and ALC. Can you tell us about your relationship with those companies?
With ALC, actually, it's because it's kind of two companies in one. I started initially with their other company called BCW. I got the opportunity at kind of a last minute thing to go wrestle there. And from that point on, it was kind of a regular occurrence. And then after a couple matches, I got the opportunity to go for a match for a championship, which is the ALC Women's Championship. And I came out victorious. So I always hold BCW and ALC very close to me because they gave me great opportunities very early on, and they trusted me, which is crazy because I'm still a rookie. So for a company to want me to keep showing up and keep doing what I'm doing, it means a lot to me. And as for Epic, again, it's a great company out in Nova Scotia. I got contacted and I decided to go for it. I was very nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because it was one of my first times wrestling outside of my home province, which is Quebec. And honestly, when I went out there, everyone was super professional, everything was great, and I got the chance to compete to become the first ever Epic Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. And once again, came out victorious. So I guess I got a good thing going for myself. But again, it's those two promotions. They have moments that I hold very dear to my heart. They gave me such good opportunities and they still trust me. And it's something I'll forever be grateful for, honestly.
And you mentioned it, you're only in your rookie year. You started in October of 2023. We're still not was coming up on October of 2024. So, you're only like 9-10 months into your wrestling career. And,
Exactly.
ALC puts their title on you. What does that kind of mean to you, being so new in the business and getting that nod?
It was very nerve-wracking. At first, I was just like, okay, this is happening. Like, we're cool. Everything's going to be fine. And then it happens. I'm like, I'll say it. I almost cried in the ring. Once it happened, like, it's just the emotions are there. And, with wrestling, people don't have to give you anything. They don't owe you a thing.
Right.
But for them to see like something in you and want you to keep showing up and to represent them, and it's just it really means a lot. And I get repetitive, but it's the fact that it's so early on as well that people can see that in a way, because I struggle to see that sometimes. Like, my God, what is happening? Like, why are they stressing me so much? Like, I still feel like those moments where I'm like, are they being serious or are they just like playing? But obviously they're not. But yeah, it's crazy. But then again, it's like, I want this and I'll keep working for it. So I'm glad this is happening, I'll say.
So it's definitely not a rib that they put the belt on you.
No.
And you mentioned that just recently you won the Epic Women's Championship. 2 women's titles in under a year. What did you kind of learn in that first title run with ALC that you kind of brought into the second with Epic?
It was definitely what I could bring to the second title was more confidence in like actually telling myself like, yeah, you're a champion. It's not a fluke. Like, get with the program. This is happening. Like, I had to kind of tell myself that going into Epic. But I think that now, having had those experiences, it's like, okay, like, I'm doing something good. People are taking notice, and it's not, I don't have to like downplay myself in a way. I get to be proud and I get to be like, yeah, I did that. And yeah, that's it. It's just that I don't have to constantly tell myself like, wait, is this right? Is this not? Like, I get to validate myself in a way, like going into that second title.
Right, because like the first one you could say, oh, well, it was maybe an occurrence, but the second one is, okay, well, maybe I'm onto something here, right?
Exactly. That's the perfect way to say it, actually.
Now, winning the championship, is that a moment you take in the moment, or is that something that kind of sets in afterwards, like, wow, I did this?
I'd say it's a little bit of both. Weirdly enough, for the first one, the ALC, it was definitely in the ring, like right after the ref counted to 3. I'm just like, okay, wow, he's giving this to me and I have to take it, I guess. So I'm just like kind of not panicking, but I'm really excited. I'm just like, oh my God, this is happening. I'm super happy. And then like when I was done, I went on like in the backstage area. I'm just like, okay, now I get to calm down. I get to be happy and everything's good. And it was kind of a 180 for Epic. It's like in the moment, I'm just like, okay, the match went well, cool. And then backstage, I'm just like, wait, I get to keep this again. Like, this is happening. It's kind of like, I got excited after the fact because I honestly don't know why, but it's just, they're 2 different moments entirely, yeah.
Did they not tell you they were putting the belt on you before the match?
They did both times, but honestly, it's kind of like they told me. I'm just like, okay, I hear you. I understand what you mean. Cool. I go on with my life, whatever. And then the moment comes, I'm just like, wait, this is gonna happen like tonight. Like, wait, really? It's like they could have told me like 10 years in advance, and it's only the day of that I get to, that kind of the light switches in my head, like, whoa, this is happening. Like, I thought I would be like cool and chill about it since I knew, but I was still like super giddy anyways.
It doesn't sink in quite right from the beginning.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Alright. You know, you're only as good as your rivals. And you have quite the rivalry with a one Jessika Black. You've wrestled her multiple times. Obviously, Jessika is a well-respected name in the Indies. Can you tell us about your rivalry / relationship with Jessika?
Oh, absolutely. She was, when I got to BCW, she was the person who I was having a match with, and I admit, like, obviously I knew who she was before meeting her or having a match with her, so I'm just like, okay, this is a little nerve-wracking, because I was so early on in my career that I'm just like, during our match, I don't want like to have her get down to my level in a way. I want to like, for me to step up and get on her level and have a good match and not be like the super nervous rookie of sorts.
Right.
And when we were talking and everything, I'm just like, wait, I don't have to be nervous about this. Like, I always tell anyone that will listen, Jessika Black is a freaking pro. Like, she's just a pro. That's all I can say about her. Like, working with her from beginning to end, from the numerous times we've faced each other, it's been super smooth. Everything we do, we have fun, and that's something that really matters to me, because if there's no fun in it for me, like there's just no point in continuing. So the fact that I get to wrestle her like quite a lot and I have fun every time, it means a lot. And she's a great person, wrestler, worker. She's just amazing, honestly, and she helped me step up my game so much from the matches we have had and keep having. So anyone that wants to book it. It's good. I'll be super happy. I keep getting booked with her, so we had a good thing going, so let's keep it that way.
And fun wrestling, Jessika. I can't imagine it's fun getting hit by Jessika.
Whew. Oh wow. It is actually, in a weird way. Some of the big moves I've taken so far in wrestling has been from her. She gave me my first power bomb, my first superplex very recently, and I think like not even 2 weeks ago gave me my first chair shots. So she wears her name well. She is the Iron Maiden. Like, when she hits, you'll feel it in like the best way possible, of course. But it's just an amazing experience working with her. But I don't even know what to say. Like, it's like a million thoughts in my head at the same time. But yeah, when she hits, she hits. You won't miss it, I promise.
You'll feel it.
Exactly.
And shout out to Jessika, a friend of the show.
Typical.
Yeah. And you know, wrestling Jessika early on in your career, you know, and still wrestling her today, is that a good way to maybe measure your progress as a wrestler to see how you're growing?
Yeah, absolutely. Because from a first encounter, I was like more nervous. Even just talking to her, I'm just like, yeah, I want to do this in the match and la da da da. And now we just go straight into it. There's no nervousness. I'm just like, yeah, maybe I feel like doing this today, and you could do this and that. It's as more matches we did together, everything goes on more smooth every single time. And I think now if I get paired up with her for any other match, for any other promotion, we'll just go straight to work. We don't have to hesitate. And I think that's a big difference from my first match with her and to now, I guess.
Now, you mentioned at the top of the show, you're wrestling Vanessa Craven on the 27th, correct?
Yeah, this Saturday, yeah.
Obviously Vanessa, big name. How do you kind of prepare yourself to go into a match? You know, obviously first time ever. And you know, mentally prepare yourself for that type of environment.
Oof, that's a good question. Honestly, beforehand, the couple days that come before any matchup, especially one as big as the one I have on Saturday, I try not to think about it too much. Because I'm a huge overthinker, so once I get going, it just won't stop. So I try not to think about it too deeply the days beforehand. And when I really start thinking about it is like maybe like the day before or the morning of, that I think like, okay, this is happening. No need to worry. You know, if any other booker or promotion didn't want to book you, they don't have to do this. So I'm just like, I keep myself calm. I go into it for any opponents really, but especially for this Saturday, it's like, it's a whole other experience. Like, I'm of sorts at a disadvantage experience wise, size wise. Like she's a mountain. Like everyone knows her. Everyone knows about her. She's done the work. Like she's paved a really huge way for us. So I'm just like, I have to go into this match with this person, and I don't have time to be stressed out. I just have to focus, do what I gotta do, and have fun, of course.
Hell yeah! What was your reaction when you heard that match getting announced?
It was back in like, I think the beginning of May, because we had something going at that promotion called Victory Ring, which is usually based in Thetford Mines. My first encounter with her was that I attacked her after one of her matches, and that sets up for what's gonna happen this Saturday. It was explained to me what I would do, that I would attack her, and weirdly enough, like it was just like a little moment of me, like of course coming from behind, hitting, but backstage I was just like, whoa, like in a way I feel more nervous about this little moment, this short instant, than an actual match. And I went into it, I ran into the ring, attacked her, and then they announced the matchup for this Saturday. I'm just like, okay, it's real. Like seeing the poster, me and her, Vanessa Craven versus Dreya Mitchell, I'm just like, okay, they really want this match to happen. So it's no joke. Like the nerves, they started going, but I kind of killed it a little bit because again, I can afford to be like overthinking like days before the match. But once I saw the poster, I was like, okay, this is a match I want. This is a match that I feel is going to be really good for everyone involved, including the fans. And I just have to go out there and do what I got to do to win. Because I know it won't be easy, but I'll do my best.
All right. Well, you've also teamed with Danny Leo against Christara and Leah Sparks. Obviously, Danny and Christara are part of Pro Wrestling Syndicate, International Wrestling Syndicate's Four Pillars. Big names. What was it like being in the ring with Leo and Christara?
Oh, that match was actually one of the most fun I've had in the ring. I've wanted to work with those girls like since I started like knowing about the women's scene in Quebec and seeing like they were really killing it. I'm just like, wait, I want to be in the ring with them at some point. Fingers crossed that it happens. And also for Leah Sparks, it's someone that we kind of started training together at the same time, so we've known each other. So her being there also made it less nerve-wracking for me because I knew someone and I was just meeting Christara and Danny that day, or I met them like in passing before. But they're super chill. They're so nice, and it was awesome, like teaming with Danny, because it was so easy. It was so smooth. We kind of just bounced off each other, and everything went on so smoothly. I'm just like, wait, this is actually so fun. Like, this is what wrestling is about. And as for Kristara, she is still someone that I want to face, honestly, have a singles match with, because that's the only interaction I've had with her in a ring. But we all know about her, like, she's one of the best to do this in Quebec right now.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, she's super killing it. She was just on TNA too. That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And it was really awesome just to bounce off those girls and just get to share a ring with them, because they're more experienced than me, so they have done this before. They know each other. So just for them to welcome me the way they did, it was super reassuring, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't supposed to be Kristara in that match. It was supposed to be Katrina Creed, but it changed to Kristara?
Correct. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It was supposed to be me and Danny were teaming up against Leah and Katrina, but last minute, unfortunately, Katrina got she couldn't make it, so they rearranged some stuff, and it came out that it was Kristara and Leah. But as for Katrina Creed, also she's still someone I haven't faced yet. I've teamed up with her like in a 5-on-5 tag match like a while back, and she's someone I haven't stepped in the ring with yet. I do hope it happens soon, because she's a freaking Queen Cobra. Like,
oh yeah,
she's so cool. She knows what she's doing, and it will be great to work with her. But I don't know if that sounds bad, but I was bummed that she wasn't gonna be there, because I was super excited to, like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the ring with her and daddy like that, do what I gotta do. But at least, like, selfishly, I got to work with someone that I also wanted to work with. So from my point of view, it's kind of like a win-win.
Right.
But I still really want to face Katrina, so we'll see if that happens anytime soon.
Oh yeah. And something like that, when a match changes, does that kind of change your mindset, or is there any type of reset mentally when it comes to planning the match or something of that nature?
Not really, honestly. To me, it would only be nerve-wracking if I plan my match, I plan what we're supposed to do, and and for whatever reason something happens with my opponent right before the match, that I would get more nervous. But if it's like what happened which was the IWS Dojo show, New Blood, if it's just from the get-go, they tell me that for XYZ reason the person can't make it, but we have a replacement, I don't really stress. It's because I still get to go from start to finish with whoever's going to replace that person. So I don't really get nervous. It's just that I hope that we have a solution. But it doesn't change anything for match planning.
I definitely think you'll get your one-on-one matches with Katrina and Kristara and even Leo at this point.
Exactly. Danny too. Danny too. We're talking about this. We need to have that one-on-one. But fingers crossed that I do get to face all of those girls, because they're really amazing. And yeah, if anyone wants to book it again, I'm free. So hit me up, I guess.
It's just a matter of time before we get Dreya versus Katrina for the IWS Women's Championship.
Yeah, but I mean, at the last IWS show, Masha Slamovich, she's a new champ now.
Ooh, I did not see that.
Yeah, she...
That's right, there was a triple threat, right?
Yeah, Katrina, Kristara, and Masha came out victorious. So, but still, for that one-on-one with Katrina Creed, could still happen, so...
And I mean, I wouldn't think a match with Masha would suck either.
Oh, she's like so strong and she hits so hard. It'd be fun, but maybe down the line, yeah.
Well, you've also worked for Women's Wrestling Syndicate, which is Lufisto's promotion.
Yes.
Can you tell us about working for that company? Obviously, an all women's wrestling promotion.
Yeah, so WWS is probably one of my best experiences so far, like at a wrestling show from beginning to end. I got to work with Sam Kelly, which was someone that I really wanted to face. So again, got to check that out of my list. But even not only just the match, but just the atmosphere, like everyone, from the wrestlers to the staff to the fans, like it was so good. Like it was just so good. Like I'm gonna say that I've never been, but it's pretty early on in my career so far. But at that moment, like going into a show, it was like stress free for me, like from beginning to end. And that's a great feeling because I do get nervous sometimes before matches. Obviously, I just said that, but it was so relaxing. I'm not saying because it was all women, because that's why it was that way. I'm just saying that backstage area, the fans, everything, it was just so good. It was one of my favorite places to wrestle. And on August 9th, the next WWS show, I'll be back there. So in Montreal. So I'm really excited to go back to WWS. And Lufisto, I'll thank her for the rest of my life for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, a big old thank you is really all I can say.
You know, all these names that we've spoken about that you've wrestled, you know, I would normally say, you know, they're throwing you into the deep end with these names, but considering how many great female pro wrestlers there are in that area, that's the talent is just that good in that area.
Yeah, especially today, like in Quebec, like you shouldn't go to a Quebec wrestling show without a women's match. Like in 2024 and today, with all the talent, the female talent that's around, it would be unheard of to go to a wrestling show and not see a women's match, because the women are just stepping up so much right now and you can't miss it. So it's in your face, it's undeniable. So I just think there's a resurgence of sorts, or whatever's happening. It's good for us, and I'm very happy to see it happening and be a part of it a little bit.
Hell yeah. All right. I think it's time for that segment once again. Dreya's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Oof. Let me think about it. If I think about it really quickly, once again, when the last time we went to Victory Ring in Thetford Mines, basically from where I live, which is Montreal, and Thetford Mines, it's about 2 hours 45 minutes to 3 hours of driving.
Okay.
And the dojo I trained at and continue to train at, Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling Dojo, we use our ring for the Victory Ring show. So the last time we went, I decided to ride in the truck. And I'm happy being a little passenger. I'll keep you awake. I'll talk to you. But at some point, like especially going like that far out of the city, the roads get so like they go up. Like it looks like a roller coaster a little bit. And me, in my head, it might not make sense, but we have a ring in the back of the truck. It's super heavy, and we have to press on the gas to like go up. Like my heart, like it was my friend Wilson and a fellow wrestler that was driving the truck. He kept like making a joke out of it because I was like super scared. Like no joke, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to fall back and just crash. Like I'll die literally. So I'm on a little bit on the verge of tears. I'm just like, stop playing, like press on the gas and just go. And he was finding this super funny, and he keeps like, oh my god, Dreya, I think that's the maximum, and we're not going super fast at all. So I start yelling a little bit. I'm just like, please, don't play right now. Don't play. This is not the time. My blood pressure's going up. I don't feel good. Please press on the gas. And turns out he was like playing in my face, and we would have been fine. It's just he just wanted to do that, but I don't have any crazy stories. It's just off the top of my head. That's what I can think about.
No, I would definitely say that that's a bizarre encounter for sure.
Yeah, I shed tears. Ugh.
Right. They could have maybe been avoided, but
Right.
the rib material was too good.
I guess so.
Alright. You are the hot topic, of course. Has the hot topic ever shopped at Hot Topic?
You know what? I haven't, and I don't know if there are any in Montreal. So, yeah, there could be. If there is, I have no idea. But if I do come across a Hot Topic one day, I'm going in there, seeing what I like. Maybe I'll buy a few stuff, and we'll see. But I do have to go wonder at Hot Topic, I guess.
But they have wrestling merchandise at Hot Topic the last time I've been there.
Oh, then I need to go then. Yeah. Maybe I need to go. I'll check if there are some in Montreal. I'm not too sure, but that needs to happen.
I definitely think that's a video-worthy type experience.
Yeah, a little vlog. Maybe I should do that.
Hell yeah. Alright. Now on Wrestling Wit, we always say everybody is nerdy about something. Everybody geeks out, fanboys, fangirls about something. What is Dreya Mitchell nerdy about?
Ooh, if you would have asked me before I started wrestling, my answer would have been, well, wrestling, like pro wrestling, watching it, consuming the media, whatever. Now that I'm in it, it kind of feels like redundant to say like, yeah, I geek out about wrestling, I'm a pro wrestler, la 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 la. It's still true, but me, I would say I geek out about romance books. I love reading them. I haven't always been a huge reader, but romance books do it for me. Like, to have a nice story, get lost in it, it's super fun for me. So,
like the ones you buy at Walgreens?
I think so. Yeah. Actually, I used to read paperback, like when I started reading more, but now I bought a Kindle. To anyone listening, that's the best decision you could do as a reader. That Kindle, you can take it anywhere. It's not... Oh, love my little Kindle, my little e-reader. Yeah. I do miss paperback sometimes, but Kindles do it for me.
I get where you're coming from, but personally, when I read, I like to have the book in my hand.
Yeah. Sometimes I miss it.
What when it comes to these romance novels, what's your favorite? What's your go-to?
Oh my god, don't tell me I forgot the name. Wait. I think what really started my kick, I guess, of sorts. I'm going on my Goodreads right now because I think I forgot the name. But I'll remember the cover. What really started my kick. Okay, it's this book called By a Thread by Lucy Score. It's a cute little romance book. It's a bit long, but I really enjoyed the story, so it wasn't like too bad of a read. But it was like, there's a lot of pages, but it's just a cute little book. So check it out if you want to. But that really solidified, like, yeah, I kind of enjoyed this reading thing. I'll still say it's my favorite book to this day.
Okay. And is the author your favorite author, or is there if there's like somebody that is writing a book, you're like, I have to get that immediately?
I wouldn't say I'm I mean, Lucy Score, great writer. I wouldn't say she's necessarily my favorite. I just really enjoyed that book. But an author that I do read most of their work is Lauren Asher. Because what I enjoy is that she does series.
Okay.
So, like, all the books are intertwined in a way. So, I like reading those. But I'd say she's the author that I've read the most books from. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything coming up or coming out that you have your eyes on that you're waiting to read?
Well, from Lauren Asher, I think I still don't know the name. I mean, I do enjoy reading, but right now I can't read it as much. But I think it just came out and I missed it. Okay, it's called Love Unwritten. It's the second book of a series. I really liked the first one. I guess it came out and I wasn't aware. I'm looking at my Kindle right now. It's in my library. Okay, I have to check that out.
Okay. Well, we're finding discoveries in this interview.
There you go. Huh, they really didn't know. Oh, that's fun.
All right. Now, if anybody's listened to the show before, they know that we've had guests that have paranormal or extraterrestrial encounters. Some stories. Have you ever had a paranormal or extraterrestrial encounter?
I don't think I have. I think the only paranormal thing I've ever encountered is like thinking there's someone in my room, but it's really just like a chair filled with clothes. So I really don't think I've ever had any of those encounters. And honestly, I get like spooked pretty easily, so I kind of hope that never happens for me.
So we believe in paranormal, don't necessarily want to encounter paranormal.
Exactly. I've been good so far. I don't need to get into that. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. And that brings us to the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Big production, all the big producers, unlimited budget. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Oh, I love that question. Wait. Definitely some Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. That's for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure. I'm going on my Spotify because when I think too much, I'll give a wrong answer, and I really don't want that. So from Beyonce, I'll do. Oh my God! Wait. I don't know if I want from her latest album. I'll do from her latest album, Cowboy Carter. I'll do Tyrant. That song has been on my mind. It's there. It's with Dolly Parton too, so
Okay.
definitely that. Now if I go into Megan Thee Stallion, that's kind of a harder one. Wait, I'm scrolling on my phone right now on this Spotify. I have like a million playlists. Where is she? Okay, there we go. From Megan Thee Stallion, I'll do Ungrateful. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a really hard-hitting song. It says what it needs to say, so I'll go with that. And for the third one, I'm gonna throw it in. You know what? Third one might not be like too normal, but I do No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite songs ever. And yeah, I just saw it now. I'm like, yeah, No Hands.
Now,
It's kind of a weird mix, but
I could see it working. A
Yeah.
solid 3 packs. Do you lock it in?
I do. I lock it in.
Okay, we are locked in. Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays Dreya and you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo. You can choose whoever you'd like, living, dead, old, young. CGI is a thing. We could make it work.
Okay. And what's funny is I was just talking about this last week with the people at my dojo. And an answer that stuck to me, Kiki Palmer.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, she's super funny, so I think she'd have fun with the Dreya Mitchell persona of sorts. I think she'd make it work really well.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, Kiki Palmer. I lucked that in too.
Now that we have you casted, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you in your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
Wow. Okay. First off would be my brother. His name's Kelly. And yeah, he's the first person that I told that I wanted to be a pro wrestler, so he's in there.
Okay.
The other 2, oh wow. Oh, that's a big answer because there's like my wrestling people and there's like my personal life people, I guess. Oh my god.
You could say more than 2 more. I just limited to 3.
Okay. I really want to lock in a 3. So my brother. I'm trying to think. You know what? I'll say Wilson Cola, which I talked about him earlier with the truck.
Okay.
He's like someone I've got to know really well, training at Torture Chamber. He's like my wrestling brother, and yeah, he supporting cast for sure. Like that's someone that I trust fully, that I completely adore, and that has really helped me become Dreya Mitchell, like who I am. So he gets in there.
Okay.
And I guess just to keep me grounded, I'll go with my friend Melissa. And I'm at her house right now, so I'll go with Melissa.
All right. And who plays them?
Oh my god, wow. Well, starting off with Wilson, because it was with him that I was having that discussion last week. Someone said Morris Chestnut. I guess because they're that's gonna sound bad, but they're both bald.
Okay.
So I guess that works. For my brother, wow. That's a big one. Wait, do I know? It's like I don't know actors anymore. Oh, well, I'll go with Melissa. For Melissa, I'll say Quinta Brunson.
Okay.
I think she can capture who Melissa is really well. So I'll go with her. And for my brother, I don't know who could play him. He's a particular cat. Can I say that he plays himself? Like he gets acting classes and then just does the job?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, he can do that himself.
It was only you that had to make the cameo, not anybody else.
My brother can play himself. He's got it.
Okay. Solid movie. Definitely a big cast, a blockbuster to say the least. And you could pre-order the tickets now.
Exactly.
All right. Now, since you are a Canadian from Canada, I do have 2 Canadian exclusive questions for you.
Okay, go ahead.
The first one being poutine. Where is the best place to get it?
Okay, that's an excellent question. I have to kind of sit up for this. To me, the best poutine you could get, affordable, and it's always going to be good, La Belle Province. But the thing is, to everyone that knows La Belle Province, not every location hits the same. So you really have to go to a right one where the sauce isn't like too thick or it just comes out like not right. Like there are specific locations where it comes out good. So I'll say La Belle Province, but with some research.
Okay, so it has to be a specific one.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you have your pick of poutines in Quebec. Obviously, it originated there.
Yeah.
Alright, and the second question is Canada's greatest national treasure Ryan Reynolds?
It is not. It is not. It is not. I don't understand when people pick him. We have Celine Dion. Okay? There's nothing compares to her. Like, one of my bucket list things, if it's ever possible, I would love to go see Celine in concert. Right now, she's dealing with personal stuff,
right?
And I hope she gets better. But to say that anyone over Celine Dion is Canada's greatest export it's blasphemy. It's crazy. And Ryan Reynolds, no disrespect to him, but Celine Dion, come on.
But yet Celine Dion did the main theme for Deadpool, which was a Ryan Reynolds movie.
And you know what? I think Ryan Reynolds would say that Celine Dion is Canada's greatest export. So, win-win in a way.
So Celine Dion, Canada's greatest national treasure.
Yeah.
Now on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Don't bring that around me. It's absolute no. I'm so sorry. Maybe that's just me, but first of all, I don't like pineapple. Period.
Okay.
And for me, the perfect pizza is a cheese pizza. I don't want pepperoni. I don't need any meat on it. Just a cheese pizza. So to add of all things pineapple, it's demented. It's crazy. I can't get with it, and I don't think I ever will. But no pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry. We can't do that.
Okay, so very anti-pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Alright. What's your spirit Pokemon?
Oh, I actually don't know Pokemon like at all. So I have no idea how to answer that.
Just say Pikachu.
Yeah, that's the only one I know. Pikachu. There you go. He's cute. Yeah.
Now, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
I did not. I thought thug was the word, honestly. So I don't know the acronym.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. 'Cause a Doug can't spell.
Okay, that's funny.
Yes, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show, trying to keep the memory alive.
Always. That was funny.
Now, weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical Rock.
If I go over, sure.
What if you don't go over?
Then I'll be really mad because it's a Rock. How can I lose?
Well,
I'll do it.
Just for context, there's a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
Oh, so I didn't know he did that. Wow.
Yes. And,
shout out Psycho Mike.
And he did not win the match either.
Ah, dang.
Yes.
I was gonna maybe like go to him for tips, but can't do that.
Well, I mean, he lost to the Rock twice. And there was so I mean he's not getting a rematch for the title that The Rock currently holds.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's luck for him, huh?
Yeah, I mean he 2 weeks in the match and you didn't win.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, he's doing okay now, so I think.
Oh yeah.
He's alright. He's alright.
Yes. He's wrestling humans now, so he's good.
Yeah, upgrade. You know.
Yeah. All right. On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. Wow. Maybe hopefully signed, but that's 5 years, so maybe I'll still be working the way I am now. But I definitely want to be more established, do more traveling, whether that's in Canada, in the US, or everywhere else in the world, more traveling. And I just want to wrestle, really. Any opportunity I can have. I just want to wrestle more. So in 5 years, I definitely want to be more established, know who I am as a wrestler, and just go all over, really.
And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what you are all about as a pro wrestler?
Right now, there are quite a lot, I would say. Well, like we said, this Saturday, I feel it's gonna be good. So if you can get to Victoriaville in Quebec for that, I'll Victory Ring, be there. If not, like you said, the Women's Wrestling Syndicate, that's a great place. Also, not only to see me, but see other talents that are amazing. If not, there is my wrestling school promotion called Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling, which is based in Laval, Quebec. Definitely you can see me on there and you can see some good stuff. So off the top, I'll say those, and also Epic, out in Nova Scotia. I'm doing what I can over there. So if you can go, you have a few options now. So do whatever floats your boat.
Is there a specific match you would like people to see? Maybe something on YouTube we could find?
Wow, that's my thing. I'm super awkward with watching my matches. So I kind of speed through them. One I recently watched of myself was when I was out in New Brunswick a couple weeks, last month. And I wrestle Wanda Delray, which is she's from Toronto. I wrestled Wanda Delray at a promotion called Prestige. And I checked that out. That was a good match. We had fun. And yeah, definitely check that out. That's the one that comes off top right now.
And if it's indeed on YouTube, I will find that match and I will put a link to it in the description of the video below. But on YouTube and Castbox for anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Cool.
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Okay. Ooh.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Stone Cold.
Worst wrestler.
You're right. People aren't gonna like me. Hulk Hogan.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Chris Statlander.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Maurice.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
It's real.
We would have also accepted tastes great on toast. Squash. Vegetable or fruit?
Vegetable.
It is indeed a fruit.
Wow.
It has seeds. Tomato logic.
Oh,
Yes.
dang.
New Japan wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Okay, I'm maybe biased because I have my gear is a little cheeky, but I'll say if like I'm looking to like calculate, the maximum 40% of your butt cheek should be out. More than that, I'll still allow it personally, but to me, my perfect ratio 40%.
40%. Okay. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have
Yeah.
you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
You know, I have not yet, I guess. I have not.
And that's the correct answer.
That's it.
Yes. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me. That was super fun.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun to have you on as well. Can you once again tell us where we can find you on social media?
Right now, you can find me on Instagram at Dreya Mitchell altogether.
All right. And merchandise in the works.
Exactly.
All right. And you don't have to go looking for it. The link to her Instagram will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give her a damn follow.
Exactly. You get it.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us tomorrow as we interview Alex Mays. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on Xthread and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Right, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Yes.
For our special guest Dreya Mitchell, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.